Hello, Bay Broncos. Today is March 28th, 2020, and I'll be reading The Secrets of Droon, The Hidden Stairs and the Magic Carpet, Chapter 5. Um, and I'm really excited to read this chapter to you. So, I hope that you all are doing well. It's the weekend, but it feels kind of funny to have a weekend in the midst of all this, doesn't it? So, I hope you're spending time with your family and you're enjoying yourselves. And I hope that you're enjoying this chapter book. On Monday, which is a holiday, Cesar Chavez Day, I'll be reading a chapter book and a picture book, so stay tuned for that. Because I can't let chapter 7 go unread on Monday. And I really want to read, I have a book I really want to read about Cesar Chavez, so we can all learn some more. So, you'll get to see me twice on Monday. So, without further ado, chapter 5, The Vanishing Tower. See that? Ow! Neil whined, cupping his hands over his face. Then he stared at the empty space in front of him. Wait, I bumped into nothing? Eric stood next to Neil and put his hands out. No, there's something here. Something hard. Hard? Neil grumbled. Tell me about it. It's over here too, Julie said as she walked to the other side of the clearing. Eric went around the other way. It's round. It must be some kind of... Whoa! As the three of them stood there, a giant tower shimmered into view. A wooden tower. In fact, it was a tree, but when they touched it, the bark was hard as stone. Julie said, biting her lip. This tree is petrified. It turned to stone because it's so old. We learned about petrified trees at camp. I don't remember that, said Neil. You were too busy eating snacks, Julie said. All that hiking made me hungry, Neil said. Guys, Eric interrupted. Can you please? Who dares approach the tower of Galen Longbeard? Cried a voice above them. They all looked up and gasped. Crawling slowly down the side of the tower was a large spider with 8 long arms and legs. Only it wasn't an ordinary spider. It had a big round face with large eyes and a pug nose, and bright orange hair. Neil nudged Julie. I sure don't remember anything like him at camp, he whispered. You aren't Nins, the teacher squealed. Oh, that's true, Julie said. Very true. In fact, the Nins are after us, Eric said, and we have a message from Princess Kia. From the princess? Said the spider. Then come inside quickly. Cloink. A door-sized section of the stony bark swung open. I'm Max, the spider troll, he said, jumping into the tree ahead of them. We must go to the top. So, there's a picture of Max, the spider troll. It looks like he has a human head on a spider body. The three friends piled into the tree. Together they climbed up a winding passage and into a large round room. The room was cluttered beyond belief. Looks like your basement, Eric, Neil said. Old leather books were stacked up everywhere. Hundreds of tiny colored bottles were collecting dust on deep wooden shelves. A big ancient mirror leaned against one wall, and in the center of everything stood a man. He was tall and thin and very old. He wore a long blue robe and a high cone-shaped hat. His white beard hung down to his belt. Behold, cried Max, Galen Longbeard, first wizard of Droon. He's more than 500 years old. The old man coughed. Yes, well, welcome to my tower, he said. Then he stroked his beard. By the way, did anyone see Leap on the way up? Leap is my pilka. What's a pilka, sir? Julie asked. Galen cleared his throat. Well, it goes like... He waved his arms about, trying to describe the lost thing. Oh, never mind. Leap will turn up somewhere. Now what brings 3 upper-worlders to my tower? Eric told Galen what had happened in the forest. Here's Kia's message. Eric handed the paper to Galen. It doesn't make sense to us. The wizard frowned. Nor to me. I was thinking, Julie said, looking at the message again. Maybe it's code, so if the Nins captured us, they wouldn't understand it. Galen laughs. Princess Kia knows that Nins are quite simple. Brains like walnuts. You might even say they are backward. Backward, Neil said. That's it. I bet Kia's message is written backward. My sister tries that all the time, but she can't trick me. Neil scribbled out the message again, reversing the order of the letters from front to back. So, he said, Thiganot decada eb liu frodnefros becomes Zorfendorf will be attacked tonight. Does that make sense? Lord Galen's eyes flashed suddenly. Zorfendorf Castle? Lord Spa plans to attack it tonight. I must warn King Zello immediately. Before another word was spoken, a blue mist rose around the wizard. Sparks of light streaked through it. Then he mumbled strange sounds. Kulu, Bembo, Zoot! An instant later, Zam! He wasn't there. Whoa, Eric gasped. Where did he? But Zam! Galen was already back. I've just been to Jaffa City, he said. King Zello is sending his army to defend Zorfendorf Castle. Mission accomplished, Max chirped. Spar is stopped for the moment. Galen turned to the children. He looked grim. You've entered a troubled world, my young friends. Tell me, how did you come to be here? Julie told him how she found the steps in the little room in Eric's basement. Galen sighed deeply. Ah, the enchanted staircase. I wondered when it would appear again. Eric blinked. So you know about the stairs? The wizard walked slowly to a globe of Droon standing against the wall. Half of the globe was dark, half light. He stared at it for a long time. Ages ago, Lord Spar created the three powers, Galen said finally. Objects of unimaginable might. Fearing that he would use them to take over your world, I sealed the stairs that once joined our two realms. I didn't know we lived in a realm, said Neil. Indeed you do, Galen said. But now I am old. My ancient spells grow weak. That is why the stairs are visible once again. They faded after we came down, Julie said. Max chittered excitedly. Kia can help you find them. She has powers. Eric remembered how the princess cured his sprained ankle. Is Kia a wizard too? Before Galen could answer, a buzzing sound came from across the room. Zzzt! Everyone turned to the old mirror. The rippled surface was flickering with a strange glow. A big screen TV, Neil joked. How many channels do you get on this thing? I use it to keep watch over Droon, Galen said. He waved his hand and a scene moved hazily across the surface of the glass. Like me, this mirror is old, but with it I can see most of what happens. The wizard's eyes widened suddenly in fear. Oh, dear. What's the matter? Julie asked. Galen pointed at the scene coming onto the mirror. It showed a vast black castle. Plud! He gasped. Lord Spar's evil fortress! Max chittered. The mirror zoomed in on the fortress. In the courtyard were two red nins. Between them was a girl struggling to get free. It's Kia! Eric cried. The nins must have captured her in the woods. And now she was a prisoner of Lord Spar. That is the end of Chapter 5. Chapter 6 is called Home Must Wait. So I'll be back tomorrow to read again, and I hope you all are doing well. And until I see you again, remember, today and every day, it's great to be a Bronco. Bye, Broncos. See you tomorrow.